Assalamualaikum and hello YouTube. My name is Nur Muhammad from NMWatch and I am back with another collection in collection video. Okay, so I've totally forgot on how many collection in collection video that I have until now, but yeah, I will put the numbers when I upload this video on YouTube. But yeah, before we start, let's do a quick wristwatch check. Today I am wearing my Casio G-Shock GW M5610BC, which is the solar and the multi-band 6 G-Shock with this awesome, super cool combi bracelet. Okay, so anyway, I've done the review for this particular watch. Please go ahead and check the review that I made if you want. That I've made I think last year, if you want to see how does it perform as a daily beater. Okay, so let's get to the watch, to the 3 Seiko Divers that I have. Okay, so a quick disclaimer, a quick history check. I've sold previously. I've had the Seiko Monster, Seiko Turtle Party, and also a Seiko Sumo Blumo, and I've sold that watch and the Seiko Shark 015 to get myself one of these superb SBDC053. Okay, so let's start with the chronological order. So this one I've got in 2014 for about I think about maybe less than $150. And I've got this one in 2016 for about maybe around 400 bucks, and this one I've just bought last year in 2017 for about 550 bucks. So you can see that clearly there's a huge price difference between this one and this one. Okay, so anyway, so I will talk to you guys about how do I feel after using this watch for quite a long time, and why do I choose to stick with these 3 Seiko Divers. Okay, so let's before we go any further, so let's get the dimensions out of the way. So let's start with the Seiko Monster. So yes, Seiko Monster is, we have this 42.5 millimeters diameter. The thickness is about 13 millimeters, and the lug to lug is about 47.5. No, really? No, yes, no. Yeah, 47.5, which is a nice proportion. Okay, so there was the Seiko Turtle. Yeah, right. So the Seiko Turtle is about 40. You know what? Let's go up here. 44.9. So that's about 44 and 45 millimeters. The thickness is about 12.9. So yeah, it's almost similar to the Seiko Monster. But surprisingly, the lug to lug is 47.4. That makes it much shorter than this one. Alright, so that's really cool, right? So the SBDC053, this one is basically 43.1 or 43. The thickness is about 14 millimeters, which is, this basically is the thickest one, and the lug to lug is about 49.7. So alright, so 49.7 or 50 millimeters. So this is 48, this is 47, and this is 50 millimeters. So that's, you know, that is why this one appears big but not really that big, and it is the thickest. But I think this is, I don't know, I think this is the most comfortable one of the lot. Okay, so anyway, let's get to the Seiko Monster first. So as you can see here, the only watch that I have on its original bracelet is the Seiko Monster, because you know what, this is easily the most comfortable bracelet, I think, in my opinion, that Seiko has ever made for the Seiko. I never really, you know, experienced maybe the MM300 or something like that, but based on what I saw online, it doesn't really look as comfortable as the Seiko Monster bracelet, simply because of this short links. You know that the links is short. It's not like your other, this, let's say the Seiko Total bracelets is it's like an oyster bracelet, but this one is short link. That is why it is much more comfortable. And of course, also due to this straight end-ish link, straight end link on the Seiko Monster bracelet, you can fit this one on a Seiko 5. You can fit the bracelet even on this one, on the SBDC053, which is really cool. Okay, so of course, while for on any Seiko Divers, we have this typical Seiko class, you know, stamp clasp, and of course we have this dive extension, which I've never really used before, but anyway, I'm not going to use it because I'm not a diver. And we have this notoriously difficult to adjust the Seiko collar and pin system. So God, sorry about that. Okay, sorry guys. Yeah, so we have a typical in your face style of Seiko design. You have this big teeth. That is why this is, for me at least, the second generation monster is the best looking monster ever, because of that shark tooth style indices. And we have a superb what do you call this, bezel, which is a stainless steel bezel, and you can see how much I've abused it. You can see quite a lot of scratches on top of the bezel. And we have, of course, this 120 click bezel, which is aligned perfectly to the watch style itself. So inside we have this, broad hour hands and a quite a thick minute hands, and we have this what do you call this, airplane jet or triangular second hands. And as you can see on the dial is this features a matte black dial. I think for the Seiko monsters, all of them has as a matte finishing, so in contrary to this SBDC053 and also on the Seiko Turtle. Okay, so yes, what else? So we have quite a unique, only to the Seiko monster, sorry about the smudges guys, this, I don't know, this bezel, this what do you call this cut out, not cut out, yeah, maybe you can cut out on the case. This is only available on Seiko monster, and it's quite unique, so you don't really have any other watchmaker which is doing something similar to this one. And we have that easily that the most feature that I like on the Seiko, not only a Seiko monster but another Seiko as well, this drill lugs, which is really cool. Okay, so which makes it really easy to swap out the strap. Okay, so yeah, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you will know that I've changed this bracelet on many different kind of needles, such as this style of BluShark needles straps. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so what else I want to talk about? This is the watch in comparison to the other one. I'll talk about this one first. Yeah. So okay, so you have this Seiko Tsunami logo, or is it Fukusei wave over there, and we have Seiko Air Divers, which mentioned here, Air Divers 200 meter water resistant, and we have the 4R36 movement. Okay, so accuracy. Okay, so right, let's talk about the accuracy. So I've synchronized this watch with this Casio, so you can see here that it is actually faster, about 40 seconds. Okay, so yeah, that's the thing about the Seiko movement, right? So they are like all over the place, but still the accuracy it's about plus 40 seconds, and and they're about minus 25 seconds. So that's not really a thing to complain. Okay, so about the crown, you can see it here that we have this crown guard, which is typical, which is only available to the Seiko monster. We have this, I don't know what to call this, a unique crown guard for Seiko monster, and we have this knurling on the crown, and there is no sign crown. There's no sign. It's not a sign crown, right? So yeah, it's easy to operate, but not the best. I think the best crown that I have is on the Seiko Sumo. Even that one is a bit weird. I will talk about that later. Anyway, so yeah, okay, so let's do a quick comparison to this one. This is the Seiko Turtle Party. I've also done a review for this watch, maybe around 2006 year end. If you compare to this one, the case is totally different. So this is the This is basically a reissue of an old model, which is the 6309. It has the same movement as the Seiko Monster, of course, but like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this one I bought for about 150 bucks. You cannot get it at that price anymore. Lately I saw this one going for about, I don't know, 250 bucks, which is, I don't know what happened, but it might be because Seiko no longer produces this watch anymore. But this one I bought for something about 400 bucks, and you know what? that's the thing about Seiko, you know. So sometimes this model, when it came out, it is so highly sought after, and the price become way up there, and after a while it will drop, and only after Seiko stop making it, they will go up again. So, you know, anyway, both of this is my keeper. I will tell you guys why they are my keeper, because at the end of the video later. Okay, so yes, we have the notoriously famous Seiko turtle design, which, oh, I have quite a lot of scratches there. Sorry about that. We have this, you know, turtle shaped case with a polished side and a brush top, and of course we have this somewhat similar to the Seiko SKX bezel, which is notoriously difficult to grip. When I want to start turning this bezel, it's very difficult to grip. I can't even wonder if I am to use this underwater, because it's very slippery. This one, however, is very easy to grip because of these huge cuttings on the bezel. And this one is the most easiest to see, the most easy to use, because we have this coin-ish bezel. So yeah, it's really cool. Okay, so anyway, let's get back to the Seiko turtle. Okay, Seiko turtle body. So you can see here we have this Pepsi bezel, red and blue, and of course the most interesting part of the Seiko turtle is that blue dial. Oh man, I really love that blue dial. So you can see that it is not entirely sunburst. It has a, maybe if I can go closer, it still has that, you know, a bit of matte finish to it. So it's really cool, because you can see Seiko kind of have their own color palette, or their own technique on how to create a superb looking dial. You see that on this particular Paddy version, we have that what do you call this, chaptering with those red hour marker, which makes it really unique. And that blue dial, oh man, that blue dial. I just love the blue dial. So if you compare this one to this one, you can see that this is more sunburst, right? So this is more sunbursty. More sunburst. It does have a wee bit of matte finishing, but this is more sunburst. But this one is really unique. It is, you know, I can't really tell you what kind of dial it is, but it's really unique, and I love it for that dial. Okay, so of course we have this typical Seiko turtle indices. We have this circle hour marker, and we have the you know, all of the unique only for Seiko turtle indices style, and we have this broad hour marker, hour hand, and of course this red colored minute hands, in contrast to this one, right? Oh, even in contrast to this one, right? So it makes the watch really stand out from the competition. So for me, for anything for about 400 bucks, this is the way to go. This is the watch to go. So it's just so awesome looking watch. Okay, so of course we have again we have this Seiko logo at the back, and we have this special edition marking there. Right, so we have a unsigned crown, and this knurling is a little bit different compared to the Seiko Monster just now, but the crown action is not that good. Okay, so when I first got it, it's a bit gritty. Okay, so whenever I want to screw it down, I have to, you know, to do the I have to turn it back and only I screw it in. Okay, so after a while I use it, then only the grittiness, if you can call that word, grittiness kind of disappeared. But yeah, you have to be mindful when you first receive the watch. Okay, so let's get to the SBDC053. Yes, this one is the most expensive Seiko watch that I've owned to date, and it's kind of, for me, it is a dive dress watch. Okay, if I am to go to scuba diving, scuba diving, I will wear this one. But if I want to go for a casual, just going to the town, just having lunch with my family, I will use this one because I can match it with a blue shirt or even a red shirt. But if I want to go to a business or business meeting or a business trip or something like that, and I have a blue shirt on, this is the watch that I'm going to use. Because, oh man, take a good look at that blue dial. That is just awesome looking dial. How can you not love that dial? And the bezel, I've searched inside the internet. It looks like a ceramic bezel, but it is not. So how does Seiko actually achieve that finishing, that superb gloss, high gloss finishing? I don't know how. It looks like it's ceramic, but it is not. It's if it is stainless steel, I couldn't see any scratches at all after about 2 months of owning it, or maybe 1.5 months of owning it. So guys, please let me know if you guys know what is the actual material that Seiko has been using on this bezel. So it's really beautiful. Okay, so you can see here we have this chapter ring, the blue chapter ring, and we have a much more simpler hour hands, and of course the minute hands. And I have to say, one thing that I don't really like about this model is the second hand is way too small, way too thin. If you compare it to this one, yeah, it's about the same. It's about the same as the Seiko Turtle, but if you compare it to the Seiko Monster, you can see that you can easily see where the second is at compared to this, and of course the Seiko Turtle. Okay, so sorry about the movement. This is featuring the 4R36 movement. This one is also 4R36 movement, and also this one is using the 6R15 movement with the 50 hours power reserve. Okay, so Seiko movements. Yes, let's talk again about the Seiko movement. Seiko movement, it is, this one is being fast, a bit too fast. This one is a bit too fast, somehow it's a bit too slow, and this one is a bit too sometimes it's a bit slower. Okay, so guys, if you guys know any other methods, I don't really want to buy a time grapher to check the accuracy of my watch, but if you guys know any method on how to measure watch movement accuracy by using maybe an app or in the phone or something like that, please do let me know in the comments below. Okay, so let's get back to the watch itself. The case is a multiple finishing. You can see here, let me give it a quick wipe. On top is a brush finishing, and we have this polished bevel over here, and at the side we have again another brush finishing, and at the bottom we have this polish finishing, which reminds me a lot of my old Blumo, the Blumo, my lovely Blumo that I've sold to get this one. For me, I have a 6.75 inch wrist, so the Blumo is a wee bit too big for me, for my wrist, because the lug to lug is, that one is about 52 millimeters, this one is 50, so it's just nice. And yeah, so that is why I sold it and to get this one. And as you can see at the back, we still have this Seiko Wave logo, and because this is a Japan domestic model, we have this made in Japan. And the great thing that I love about this watch is the sapphire crystal. Yeah, sapphire crystal. Finally, we've got a sapphire crystal on a Seiko, and this thing has an anti-reflective coating under it. Okay, so which makes me really annoyed when I still own the Seiko SCRG015. That one also have sapphire crystal, but it didn't have the anti-reflective coating. As a result, it also has this beautiful sunburst blue dial, but because there's no air coating, it's really difficult to get a clear image, and it's very difficult to to appreciate the gorgeous blue dial. But on this one, yes, it's perfect. It's just perfect. So that I don't know, for me it justifies the $150 more to the Seiko Turtle. Okay, so yeah, you've got an upgrade of sapphire crystal, this beautiful bezel, and of course upgrade of the movement. But of course Seiko, being Seiko, they are not perfect, right? So as I mentioned in my previous review of this watch, the only thing that I really hate about this watch is that chapter ring is misaligned. Yeah, that sucks, Anyway, so okay, so which one of these three would I keep? Okay, so definitely like I mentioned just now, for a beater I will keep this. I will go on with this one. For a casual use, I will go on with this one. For a business purpose, I will go with this one. For now, I think the three of them is a keeper. Okay, so for future, yeah, future is interesting, right? So I'm gonna be keeping these three divers, right? So in the future, previously I was thinking about getting the Seiko Samurai, the black version. But you know what? I kind of shift my interest to smaller watches. So you know what? I'm going to go for the baby turtle. Yeah, that baby turtle, which has the same size as the Seiko Sumo, which is 42. No, so Seiko Sumo, the Seiko Monster, which is 42 millimeters. But the lug to lug is about 46 meters. So 46 millimeter, which is, for me, it's wow. That's good, super nice proportions, man. Right. So anyway, so let's finish this up with a wrist shot, huh? Okay, let's put this back on its strap. Now I have it on this BluShark needle strap. Okay, so let's do that one, and this one as well. Oh, I haven't talked about the crown on this model. Sorry about that. Right, so we have again an unsigned crown, which is so annoying. Guys, come on Seiko, this is $550, man. Give us some S or something like that, something similar to the Seiko Sumo, right? So, oh, this model actually has a diashield coating, but you know what? It's not really that good. I've managed to scratch this crown and also a few parts of this case, so yeah, that sucks, huh? Anyway, so let's get the Seiko Monster on first. Okay, see how it looks on my 6.75 inch wrist. So this is just a guide for you guys who have the similar size of wrist such as me, 6.75 inch wrist. So you can see that the Seiko sits really nice on my wrist, and we're gonna put the Seiko Turtle on my wrist now, and let's see how it looks. Right? So yeah, you can see the monster looks really nice on my wrist as well. So yes, it's not really that bad, guys. So if you guys are intimidated by the big-ish look of the Seiko Turtle, don't be. It looks so damn nice on my skinny wrist. And of course, let's put the Seiko SBDC053. Right, so okay. Right. Okay, yes. Oh man, that is really cool. Even though this model, even though it has a 50 millimeters length of lug to lug, you can see here it's not really that bad. So you can see it's just the border, and if you're not using a NATO, if you're using a rubber strap or using a a leather strap, something like that, it will sit just fine on your wrist. Okay, so yeah, man, I love these three watches. So I'm quite excited to buy the Seiko Mini Turtle, but as of now, not yet. Just not yet. It's just released, so I don't really want to waste more money on that. So I will just wait until the dust has settled and the thing gets a little bit cheaper. Okay, so yes, what is Seiko without a Lume shot, right? So I'm gonna do just that. So I'm gonna take this one up there on the give it some light source. Okay, so yes, give it some light source on top here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 10 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and another little quick blast for the Seiko turtle. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. All right, so let's give it just a little bit more. Okay, so yes, I'm gonna be doing now this the other way around, right? Okay, so okay, let's put it properly like so. We'll switch off the light and see how it glows in the dark. Okay, boom. All right, so this is your, you know what, Seiko is the master of Lume. All right, so they make great, super cool, super great Lume, and I've been wondering why the heck is, you know, another, why doesn't other makers follow them, you know? So they make great looms, guys. It's unbelievable. Okay, so yeah, oops. All right, so they got lights back on. Okay, so final thoughts. Yes, Seiko makes great watches. They make great quality watches. And you know what, I've been a Seiko collector for like 4 years now. I can't see myself stopping. That's the problem, because you know it's not good for the economic for my economy anyway. So yes, as long as they continue making a great products, we will keep buying them. And for new collectors, you know what, if you guys want to start, don't start with this one, start with this one. If you still can find it, you know. If you still can find it, go for the monster. If you can't, you go for the Seiko turtle. You know, it's Seiko turtle, the cheapest one I think I saw for about 200 bucks or 250 bucks. If you can stretch up your budget, you get the party version. If not, the normal version is good as well. And after maybe a few months or few years, go upgrade for this one or even the MM300. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed the review. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and if you want to see more content such as this, please give me a subscribe, and I will see you in the next movie, in the next one. Okay, bye bye.